everybody, welcome to this episode of Transformers Review, and today we're going to be taking a look at Longhaul and Hightower from the Transformers Universe line. And if some of you ever had any of the R.I.D. build team figures, you'll know exactly what these are. Basically, this is the 2004 Universe re-release of these guys. You can kind of see that there's all four of them, but they come in packages of two, like Longhaul and Hightower here. So anyway, just getting some other promo shots of them, and then showing them combining into the recolored landfill, which they were calling Devastator, which is kind of appropriate, because now that they recolored these in the scheme of the G1 Constructicons, you know, and gave them G1 Constructicon names, it's probably apt and appropriate. So let's take a look at these guys out of the packaging and see what they look like. And I'm kind of liking it because, man, the really kind of medium purples that they got going on here, and the excellent choice for the Constructicon green, even the little bit of highlight and details. I think the only thing that probably would have made this more perfect was if they had a Decepticon symbol like right there. But you know, you can put a decal there or whatever. Anyway, wow, I mean, these molds, if you ever had the originals, you understand that they were, you know, red, green, yellow, and orange. I mean, just bright colors, and it was just kind of a oh man, I love this Decepticon symbol there. Anyway, the original color schemes for these molds were just kind of a disgrace, and everybody really wanted them to be painted in the Constructicon colors. And the fact that they, you know, faction swapped these guys and made them Constructicons, you know, I think that's a really good one, really good choice anyway. And you know, in their vehicle modes, these guys they really look good. I'm kind of digging the deal. It's kind of hidden on this guy, but the Decepticon symbol's there on the top of his cab. So if I was to pick a better one between the two right now, between Longhaul and Hightower, I'm going to go with Hightower. Hightower's vehicle mode just looks cooler because he is a crane. And anyway, so yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, Longhaul is really cool, but between the two of them, I think that Hightower's vehicle mode is just a little bit stronger. Okay, one quick thing before we show these guys in robot mode is I wanted to show you a comparison with the original 2001 R.I.D. Grimlock, and this is the original paint scheme that they had for him, and you can see the difference between the time that they released this one and the 2004 repaint, you know, 3 years later. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that as a quick comparison in there. I thought it was kind of interesting to show the difference between, you know, the overall aesthetic of how they look with this set versus one of the original color schemes. So anyway, let's get on to robot mode. Okay, these guys are not actually that bad in robot form. Again, going Constructicon was the best thing that these guys probably could have done. One thing that I always hated was back when this guy was heavy load instead of Longhaul, he just had this terrible yellow paint scheme, and on the show, his voice actor, you just were like, this guy is totally dumb. So anyway, changing this guy into Longhaul was really good. He does retain his one, you know, his dump bed becomes this giant claw-looking thing, which honestly, in my opinion, is kind of ridiculous. Because he suffers from the animated syndrome, which basically is they didn't have energy guns. They just had, you know, primitive weapons that could do that sort of stuff. Anyway, regardless of that, that's the only drawback is, you know, but that's just the mold. Anyway, he looks really good. The black visor, the overall just build of his figure, you know what, I like it. Some would say, oh, that's disproportionate or whatever. You know, from the back, yes, he doesn't look that great, but he's stocky, he's built well, he just looks tough, and I mean, the symmetrics of it are really cool. I like that. The other complaint I have actually is this: you know, his Decepticon symbol is hidden in vehicle mode. So whenever it's in robot mode, I was thinking, oh well, that's cool. It'll be you know, right side up, whatever, prominent. And I was looking at it, I was like, well, that's kind of silly. So, you know, like I said before, just, you know, a decal could fix that. So, anyway. Now on to Hightower. Now, even though he's basically the equivalent of Hook, I really like him even better. I think, you know, because basically these guys, you look at them, they're remolds of each other, basically. Same basic body structure. The difference is in the head, the chest, and the back. That's it. They had to remold one to make it a dump truck and the other one to make a crane. So anyway, even though it's just a different version of this mold, you know, Longhaul has the flat feet and Hightower has these kind of feet-looking things. So, you know, you're getting the same basic stocky mold. I think his crane part back here helps aesthetically make it look better. And I think I really like the fact that he has two guns. Now, on the same side of that, I love his big rifle he's got. I mean, you know, some would say, oh, it's kind of oversized. But, I mean, you look at it, if he carried it around two-handed like this, it wouldn't look bad. That's a heavy-duty rifle, and it looks cool. You know, I mean, you know, what I was griping about earlier is he has this little itty-bitty gun, and it, you know, it's like if they were trying to even it out by having one massive gun and one little one, it you know, it didn't quite work. So anyway, generally, back in the day, I always used to just give this to Grimlock, you know, but who knows, maybe right now I'll just give it to, you know, Longhaul here. So he at least has one, but it's just kind of minuscule in whoever is holding it, you know. So anyway, not a big fan of that little gun, but the big rifle that's formed from his crane part, definitely loving it. Again, you know, he didn't look that bad in red, but you know, giving him the red Constructicon visor, just the little bits of details here. Really just makes this is just such a dramatic improvement with these guys. So, you know, would I recommend them? You know, if you can find them and you're a fan of Constructicons, yes. Anyway, that has been the review for the Transformers Longhaul and Hightower. Stay tuned for Scavenger and we'll see who else. Bone Crusher. So, anyway, tune back in for that, and we'll see you guys next time.